Welcome back to the Disciplined Degens podcast. I am your host, Matty Betts. I'm here with the biggest Degen I know, Gino from betopenly.com. Make sure you drop a like and you subscribe to the show right now. We are on Apple Pod, Spotify. You can watch the video on Spotify as well, and on YouTube, of course, on the Matty Betts channels. And last but not least, please go make a betopenly.com account. The link is in the description right now. I'm going to force Gino to give out the craziest value in the world by the end of this show.
Love it.
betopenly.com is the proud sponsor of the show and is peer-to-peer betting. So that means if you like a side and your friend likes the other side, you can bet on that with way better odds than the sports books. So I'm going to have Gino give out a bad bet for his side by the end of the show that you guys can go take advantage of.
I'll go EV negative for once.
EV negative. So go make an account right now. The link is in the description. Let's go ahead and dive right into the show. So first and foremost, remember there are chapters, guys, if you want to scroll to your favorite game or scroll to whatever segment you would like. But we got to start off with my favorite segment, the Peasant of the Week. And for this week, Mike McDaniel, you are the Peasant of the Week. Unable to put any offense together. I don't give a shit. I don't care if I'm your fucking quarterback. You still got to do something on the football field. 10-quarter streak with no touchdowns until garbage time on Monday Night Football. What do you think, Gino? What is your thoughts about Mike McDaniel and this offense in general without Tua?
I got a lot of thoughts. One, you're getting damn good at this. Two, this is so true. Like, Tua is decent. I'm sorry. He's not. I don't mean to insult the Tua fans. He's not bad, but he's not this great quarterback that without him you should be in shambles. Yeah. I don't get it. Honestly, you know, people hype up my Niners and their systems. Mike McDaniel was our OC. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is. Maybe some of it is true. Maybe they were wrong hating on Brock. Maybe it's McDaniel that was only good because of all the talent in San Francisco. So This is crazy. And for y'all Degens listening, you would have thrown your remote at the TV with me. I had Tony Pollard no touchdown. That worthless touchdown. And I had the under in the game.
Both. Yeah.
I got double lost.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of them kneeling the ball down 18 or whatever the fuck it was.
Crazy, bro.
The Pollard was minus 190.
Hit like a massive parlay online with Pollard as his last leg.
Oh, my God. I mean, good for that
one, bro.
I got cooked. I literally told my homie who I was on the phone with screaming. I said, I just lost $6K in freaking 10 seconds.
Yeah. No, that was absolutely wild.
Disgusting.
But, yeah, Mike McDaniel, sorry, bro. You're a peasant. You know what's funny, bro, is preseason when I saw the picture of him, like all the crazy hair, the Miami shades, looking all coked out, I was like, this is not going to age well. I could just see it right then and there. And I should have known better because they were my preseason fucking AFC pick. No, I picked them to represent the AFC.
Like I'm saying you nailed it.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the lab. Dude's in freaking 11, popping bottles and flirting with chicks for the first time in his life.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And now he can't put together a freaking play.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, that's the team that should take Bill Belichick. I see people talk about my Eagles picking up Belichick. I think if there's any team that needs Belichick, it's the Dolphins, bro.
And Belly could slide down here. You know he likes young girls. We got a lot. Hey, anyone want to come to South Florida? We got heat, but we got a lot of women.
Bro, that's
no shortage of women here.
That's perfect. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We're going to dive into sharp or square. Let me pull up the game slate here. I got to find a good one for Gino right now. Here's a division game. Ravens minus 2.5 at Cincinnati, sharp or square?
So, there's two answers. One, it is absolutely square to be on the Ravens minus 2.5.
70% of the tickets on Baltimore.
First answer, Ravens are square. Squares still hit at mid-40s.
Yeah, they do.
This is
such a typical game they lose, though.
Yeah, but
after last week, you know.
This is one of those take my unit.
Yeah.
If you want my unit, books, you earned it. It won't be a big bet.
Yeah.
I was big on the Baltimore the last 2 weeks. I had Baltimore 2 units in a row, the back-to-back weeks. Those were my picks of the week the last 2 weeks. To Matty's question, Baltimore Ravens are square.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll still have a unit.
Here's another good one. The Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2 hosting the Cowboys, sharp or square?
Oh, man. You know, I'm going to make the Cowboys sharp, Pittsburgh square.
Anytime only 51% of the tickets are on the Cowboys, you could almost assume it might be sharp.
Yeah.
Usually it's 60-70% on the Cowboys on the tickets. But at the same time, people are starting to abandon them right now from a betting standpoint. They don't have any faith in them.
That's where I'm buying the Cowboys. It's like the typical, their offense
What's this
sucks.
fucking line preseason, bro? They're +2 at Pittsburgh.
-4.5 to open.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And what was the game last week we were talking about? The Colts game, right? If you go back and look at last week, you can probably pull the tape when we were talking about Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, right? The Colts were, what was the spread? They won by 3 at home against the Steelers.
Yeah, they were +1, +1.5.
They were +2, right?
Yeah, +2.
So +2 at home. What did we say last week? We're like, what's this line preseason? They're fucking favored.
Exactly.
The Steelers weren't supposed to do shit. They were 3-0 coming into that game. They overperformed. This is giving me deja vu. Same thing this week. This is what, the Monday night game?
I'm not selling a lot of people are selling the NFC East, excuse me. I'm not selling the NFC East yet. I just think they played some tough games.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we got one more game before we go to the next segment. The Kansas City Chiefs -5.5 hosting the Saints, sharp or square?
That to me is bless you.
Thank you.
That to me is one of the squarest plays of the week.
60% of the tickets are on the Saints.
Really?
Yeah. So far.
Maybe because it's so far away that square money ain't there yet.
100%.
Only sharps are
that's the last game of the week. That's the Monday night 8:15 game. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's our prime time. When we pull prime time ones, it's a little harder, but man, I think the Saints should beat Atlanta. I think the Saints are a good squad. I think they're still playing confident. They had a lot of mistakes to lose to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And the opposite. Chiefs keep winning games that they should have lost. That's what champions do.
Yeah.
That 5.5 is nice.
Agreed. All right, moving on. Give me a rapid fire here.
Let's do it.
I want to hear within 60 seconds the best buy low, sell high spots of the week. What you got?
Buccaneers, Falcons, Bucks are a buy low. I don't like them. The Falcons are the buy low. I like the buy low on the Falcons. So Falcons, first one. Secondly, Jets. I love the Jets this week. They're plus money to Minnesota. Minnesota's giving up under a field goal. A lot of people are going to be on Minnesota. Panthers is another buy low. I think people are going to be too high on the Bears. I'm going to talk about Survivor later. I think the Bears lose people Survivor this week. I think there's a lot of picks on the Bears. Browns is gross. Probably my most disgusting buy low.
Yeah.
We're buying. Deshaun looks worthless. I think this is a good spot.
Bro. You know, what really pissed me off.
Please.
Another reason they're a good buy low spot is I know they didn't do shit last week, but like they had that fucking bomb to Amari Cooper that got called back.
I know.
And you know that fucked me for like 3-4 units. I had Cooper anytime touchdown. I had Deshaun over 199.5. So that was a 2-bet swing.
2-bet swing.
And the anytime TD was like plus 180. So it was a massive fucking swing.
Did I hear you?
It was unbelievable, dude. But they didn't do shit after that.
And for you prop guys, listen to me and listen well. Please look at Deshaun's overs this week. I already saw 2 that are crazy low.
I can't do it, bro.
I'm just saying he's garbage. He's trash. Yeah. He lost me one of my survivors.
He's going to have to do something against
this is the week.
Rookie in Washington, bro.
They're going to be airing it out. Just look at the Browns overs on props for Deshaun and watch the Browns money line this week.
Honestly, Deshaun is a good ladder spot. Eventually he's going to do something, and his total is so fucking low.
So low.
I'm going to look
at the yards, man.
If I get burned on him again.
Dude, the yards are freaking 60 or 70 less than they would be if this was week 1.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, give me the next one.
This one hurts me, but it's a really good system, guys. So, you call me biased. You can hate on my Niners. The Cardinals is actually a good bet this week at plus 7.5. I think my Niners can run it. They're getting confidence back. The backups are performing.
Yeah. But
the Cardinals are a really strong system. One I would skip. The Seahawks are actually a buy low versus the Giants.
Yeah.
I do think the public is going to be all over the Seahawks. So this is one I would skip. I gave you all ones to take so far. I would actually skip taking the Seahawks on this low. And I would take the Chiefs. Excuse me. I would take the Saints over the Chiefs. So I gave you One to skip.
The Chiefs didn't cover.
The Chiefs did not cover, and the Saints did?
Covered, yeah.
Oh.
Unless that's
then I would skip those last two. So thank you. Good correction. So, yeah, we'll just find a way to organize that better so I'm not confused.
Let me just make sure that
yeah, it makes sense. The Chiefs didn't. They were minus 7.5.
Yeah, and the Saints were what?
Probably plus 3.5. And they lost by 2.
Yeah, they lost by 2 and they covered.
They covered.
Right,
okay,
so
that makes sense.
As a quick recap, I'll give them the recap real quick.
Yeah, please.
All right, so your buy low, sell high spots of the week. Your buy low, sell high spots of the week. The Falcons did not cover, playing the Bucs who did cover. The Jets did not cover, playing the Vikings who did cover. The Panthers did not cover, playing the Bears that covered. The Browns did not cover, playing the Commanders that covered. The Cardinals did not cover, playing the 49ers that covered. The Seahawks did not cover, playing the Giants that covered. And last but not least, the Chiefs did not cover, and they're playing the Saints that covered. That means out of all these games we just gave you guys, the value is on the side that didn't cover last week, playing the side that did cover. That's what buy low, sell high means. So you don't have to go blindly bet all those sides, but there are spots for you to at least look at.
Yeah, and adding to Matty, for you guys out there that want to get educated on what Matty and I do, I'll give you a layer of like value on top of that. The Cardinals were favored at home, didn't cover, and lost. They're even lower than just not covering.
Yeah.
Where the Chiefs were on the road, didn't cover, but still won. So just so you guys know, like buy low, sell high, there are higher highs and there are lower lows. The Cardinals are a lower low.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like the Cardinals play a lot better than I like the Seahawks and Chiefs.
Agree. All right, moving on, guys, to the next segment of the show before we get into the game slate. Buy or sell. Up first. The Chiefs need to trade for a wide receiver to remain a Super Bowl threat. You buying or selling that?
I'm buying that. It sounds crazy to say, right?
Right. That's one I wasn't sure what you would, because you would typically be like, it's an overreaction, but no, they do need. But first of all, that just sucks. Patrick Mahomes had to feel like shit. Throws the pick and then takes his receiver out on the tackle. I couldn't believe my eyes when I was in fucking Paris and I didn't even see the game. I saw a clip on social media and I'm like, damn, you got to feel like a total asshole to your team. First of all, that's your boy. You just took out, injured him for a year. Like, you got to wonder if betting against the Chiefs here, they kind of feel sorry for themselves this coming in this week.
Bro, the Chiefs, if you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers, they're not good.
Well, the craziest shit I've ever seen was that going into this past week, he's the favorite to win MVP. He's done nothing. It's because that just shows you that all MVP is the best player on the best team because they were 3-0.
Yeah, dude.
It's bullshit, bro. Like, that's not the fucking MVP.
No, there's some value finding some people for different people for MVP right now.
Yeah, and now they're 4-0, and he hasn't played well.
I'm telling you right now,
he's literally the favorite to win MVP.
I think the Chiefs would get absolutely worked by a top 5 power ranked team right now. Yeah. I think they need a new wide receiver.
Yeah, no, it's a big loss.
Maybe the kid Xavier steps up. Xander.
It's definitely a big loss for them. All right, up next. Despite being 2-2, the Ravens are the most dangerous team in the NFL right now. Are you buying or selling that?
I'm buying it, dude, and I'm my squarest play of the week, my Degens, Baltimore minus 2.5. It's square. But after what I watched Baltimore do to the Cowboys for 3 quarters, and what I watched them to do to the Buffalo for 4 quarters, I don't care. I don't care. The 2.5. This is basically, I'm getting Baltimore at what I almost feel like the preseason line would have been when I'm watching one team hit their stride. If Baltimore was 4-0 going into Cincy, I'd like this bet less. Baltimore needs this win. They don't want to be freaking 2-3.
Both teams are 2-2.
Oh, Cincy's
no, I'm sorry. Yeah. Against the spread, they're both 2-2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's all we give a fuck about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just, in my head, I don't think this is a letdown spot for Baltimore.
Yeah.
They were 0-2, now they're 2-2. They're hitting their stride. This is a big division game.
Yeah.
If they lose this game, guys, how crazy does this sound? We've been calling the Cincinnati Bengals peasants for 4 weeks. Yeah. If they beat Baltimore, they're both 2-3.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I could see that. That's a crazy play.
I know you can. That's a sharper play.
Yeah.
This is my squarest play of the week, guys. Baltimore.
This is the type of game Joe Burrow fucking figures it out, though. It is tough.
Their running back's coming back too. I want fantasy, so I took him off the bench. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Don't think about Cincy versus Washington. They could have beat that Washington.
Last but not least, The Sam Darnold-led Vikings are the best team in the NFC. You buying or selling that?
That'll be the first sell. And it's not hate. It's not hate, guys.
Who's better?
Yeah, the Vikings are playing the best football right now.
Who's better?
Best team in the NFC?
Yeah.
You're not going to like it, man.
The Niners?
My Niners, if they're healthy.
Yeah.
If my Niners had all their weapons, if you watch that game, we still had a chance. They converted 2 third-and-longs against us on the fourth quarter. They beat us, though, fair and square. So all you guys that think I'm biased and delusional, if you think I'm just throwing shade, if you guys go look at the playoff futures, the NFC to win the NFC and to win the Super Bowl, the Niners are substantially higher than the Vikings. We just are in shambles right now. We're missing people. So shout out to Minnesota's coach. He's doing everything right on defense. The schemes will get figured out, but he's doing right now.
This spread is so disrespectful to them. -2.5 at home.
I know, but
I'm gonna buy that the Niners are not only the best team in the NFC, but the best team in the league right now.
My man.
Bro, I'm high as shit on the Niners. So
just wait till we get my boys back.
I said the Niners
on
the Vikings. Bro, at the end of the day, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. I was like, this team is being so disrespected. Their defense is elite.
Dude, they keep getting disrespected.
Their defense is elite.
They were -2.5 last week to
73% of the tickets already on Minnesota this week against the Jets.
Jets win this game.
I like this under a lot. We'll save it for when we get into each game on the game slate.
There's
under 40, bro. What the fuck?
There's a good piece of data. I can't ask it as trivia now because it gives it away, but I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
In the last 25 years, there's only been one team to go 5-0 and miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it was the Vikings twice.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Historicals.
All right. We got a couple more segments before we get on to the game slate. Let's first go over a quick recap.
Yep.
Some of the bets that we got right this past week. Niners and the over. Gino nailed that. Under 42 in the Kansas City game. I believe that was a 2-unit play for Discipline the Gens members.
Nailed it.
By the way, Gino swept. I think he went 3-0 in 2-unit plays.
Yep.
Am I right? Guys, if you want to check out Discipline the Gens, you can go in the description, use code Matty, get 7 days for free. Gino went 3-0 on his 2-unit plays this past week. Him and Trevor being absolutely crushing it. So go check that out. Bucks +1.5. Fuck you for that, by the way.
Won outright.
My birds. Hey, it was sharp at the end of the day. What did I tell you though on the show last week?
You guys are too hurt though.
But I also said, Baker's going to be confident as shit because of what he did to the Eagles last year in the playoffs.
That's
and
true.
He looked super confident in this game. And we just have no weapons, bro. But Jalen's got to play better at the end of the day.
And the guys get mad at power rankings. You got to really understand what power rankings are. I still have the Eagles higher than Tampa Bay on power rankings. Yeah. Even though they lost the playoffs and they lost this game. You're just not the full team right now. It's just it's a different beast.
Chargers +4 we got right. We talked about how they always play Kansas City very well.
Tough, yeah.
Colts money line in the over. I'm proud of that play. I love that play. That was my favorite play last week.
They controlled that game.
Yeah, 100%.
It got too close. The closeness of the score is a bad interpretation of that game.
Yeah. And then some wrong plays, Cardinals, Pats, and Saints money line.
Yeah, I'll wear the Saints money line. I still think it was the right play, but it lost.
Yeah.
My worst play of the week was Cardinals -3.5. I went back and watched that Washington-Cincy game. I love that it knocked all those Survivor people out, but dude, if Jaden doesn't drop a dime into that dude's bucket to end the game, I'm convinced they lose that game.
Yeah.
So I thought he would come down on that, and he came out even stronger. This kid, dude, it's looking like they messed up the #1 pick.
Oh, it definitely is. But it's a long decade.
But he's mobile. He runs strong. He falls forward, and he's dropping dimes, and he's bigger.
Look, 100%.
He's bigger.
It looks.
He has a Heisman, and he played in the SEC.
No, it looks pretty bad.
I'll say this for the last time for anyone that has to listen to me rant. Yeah. The SEC is the minor leagues of the minor league football.
Yeah. Have we seen any examples in the past of players that have come in, looked very good from the SEC, but then they faded late?
Dude, I honestly think Jaden Daniels got disrespected. Think about it.
Yeah.
The last Heisman winner to come out of the SEC was Burrow, and he gets praise. Jaden was thrown to no one ever talked about him being.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Brad? Devonta Smith.
Yeah. I'm talking about
stud
quarterbacks. I mean, it's not SEC, but like the only thing that sticks out to me was like Robert Griffin, like RG3.
He got hurt though.
He did get hurt, but
he was Clemson.
He's Baylor.
Baylor, thank you. Sorry, Big 12.
Oh yeah, Baylor.
Deshaun is Clemson. Sorry, guys.
All right, let's move on to the your Circa Survivor pick of the week. To anyone that doesn't know,
jealous?
Gino has, was 400 some members left?
There was 14,500. I'm down to the last 480.
Gino is live with one squad to win some M's. He needs
14 mil.
He's live to win some millions. Long rest of the way, but he's right there.
Matty, are you going to fly with me?
I'm in, bro. You just got to get close, though.
I tweeted at them and I said, would you pay me in chips? And they said yes.
Oh, of course they would.
Dude, could we just you and I roll in with suitcases and get 14 mil in chips?
I mean, I need to cash my Saquon Barkley fucking. By the way, you see now Saquon is right there with Derrick Henry. So Saquon is the favorite as of today, but it's pretty much tied between Saquon and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie.
As you should.
If that dude stays healthy, because he's in a high-powered offense. Yeah. If the Eagles struggle, they could go through a stretch where Saquon doesn't score.
Yeah.
But like Derrick Henry looks like the best player in the league right now.
No, it's true.
So I am scared right now about Derrick Henry. I hope he stubs his toe next game.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, I said stubs his toe. I didn't say break
an
ankle, bro. I said it in a very nice way. Nah, but I would never wish injury on anyone. But yeah, I need Saquon to start blowing out again because Derrick Henry is he's right there, bro. I wonder what his preseason number was. It had to have been way worse of a number than Saquon.
It was worse than Saquon.
It was probably like 10-1 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 4 plus 470 right now.
No, you got better value. And honestly, the Baltimore has played some crappy defenses.
Right.
So if that tightens up, I think he'll pull away.
All right, let's dive into the game slate. Thursday Night Football. We are filming this on a Thursday, guys, so we got very accurate numbers here. Hopefully you guys are able to watch this before the game starts Thursday night. The Bucs are a 2-point dog at Atlanta, over under 44, plus 126 on the money line. Only way you're going to get that is betopenly.com in the description. Gino, what do you like here?
I'm going to give a decent system here that I hope some people enjoy. So my play first and foremost is Atlanta. Let's start there.
Yes, sir.
There are systems on both sides. So guys, just know that systems are very misrepresented. I'm sorry for being so boring. The reason I like this system and why I like Atlanta is it's actually the strongest system. Baiting a dog who won their previous game by over 17. So what they're telling you is Tampa Bay smoked Philly in people's eyes. They kicked their ass. How are they now a dog? And this is what I'm trying to tell you with power rankings and skills and all these data and statics. Jesus Christ. Can't even talk today. People know ball that make the lines. And there's a reason they still had Tampa Bay as a dog, even though they could easily have made this a pick 'em. I like this system. It's a stronger system than the systems I saw for you.
Yeah. I'm Atlanta all day here. I'm not overthinking this. We're getting a great spot on them, I think. Tampa Bay looked as good as they could have last week. And everything Gino said is spot on,
I just think Tampa Bay's inflated in people's eyes because they beat up a very injured Eagles.
Yeah.
This is the same Tampa Bay guys that, again, recency bias, that was at home and got their ass kicked by Denver.
It's disgusting, right? That's the NFL for you. It goes every other week. Yeah. We talked about this last week on the show. Just forget what happened last week and make your bets. What happened last week is gone.
Yeah.
What happened 2 weeks ago? The Bucs got destroyed at home and scored a touchdown the whole game?
Exactly. And I like futures. I like checking my leans. Atlanta is substantially lower to win this division.
Yeah.
That to me is a math in your favor. Atlanta arguably should have beat Kansas City at home if they get that call. It was either way. It was a back-to-back 50% game, very close. You're getting Atlanta cheap, and I actually wouldn't. The 126 plus minus is fair, but I actually just like Atlanta -2. I think Atlanta can win this game by 8 to 10.
Yeah, no, I like Atlanta as well. 54% of the tickets on Tampa Bay, 67% on the over. Give me Atlanta in the under here, bro. I don't love the under, but I would lean that direction. I'm definitely gonna ride the Falcons tonight.
And just trying to feed people. Props are just growing in popularity, so I'm trying to feed y'all a little bit more. Opposite of what I said about Deshaun, I'm actually going to look for Baker unders here. There's a few different unders I'm eyeing to have Baker in. Matty said it. He looked confident last week. He threw up monster numbers. His first half numbers were sickening. We had the over in that game. That was probably our best bet. I gave out the over in the Tampa Bay.
That was another 2-unit play, wasn't it?
That was a 2-unit. It was one of the 2 this week. It was almost done in the first half.
Yeah.
So this is me selling Baker high. I like Atlanta to win this game. I like Atlanta in a few different ways. I also like Baker on some under props.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Sunday.
Let's do it.
We got the Jets game. Jets are a plus 130 underdog at Minnesota. 2-point on the spread.
Is this
Over
one of those
under
England
40.
games?
London, yeah, you're right.
England?
It is a London game. 9:30
game.
a.m. game in London. Good call.
Makes me like the Jets even more.
Okay, now the fucking spread makes a little more sense. Holy shit. I was like, how disrespected could the Vikings possibly be getting right now?
Oh, yeah.
But now the spread makes a little more sense. I think home field's usually about 2 points in today's NFL. It's a lot less than it used to be. Usually it's like 1.5, 2 points these days.
Yeah, it's gotten thin.
Yeah, so I mean, this makes more sense. I think a 2-point favorite on a neutral field makes more sense than 2-point favorites at home. So I'm going Minnesota, bro. I don't really care. I just don't get it. It's square.
No, it's not square.
No, it is square, but I just don't believe. I don't believe in the Jets, bro. This Minnesota team is so complete. They're going to get after Aaron Rodgers. They're clicking on offense and defense. This is a tough game because preseason, this spread is probably completely flipped, right?
Oh, my God. No, Jets were like -5. Think about my Niners were -5 in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Those days are gone. The Niners went to Minnesota.
That's true.
That would be -1 right now. Yeah, and you guys think that's crazy.
It's not a good buy spot on the Vikings. It's just what I believe is going to happen, but I'll probably stay away from it, truthfully. What do you think?
I'm JETS, Jets,
money
all
line?
the way. Yeah. This people don't see 2 points as valuable, but plus 130 on the money line is so nice for the Jets. Super Bowl contender, top 4 or 5 in the AFC. Rodgers should be getting better every week. Dude, that loss to Denver, the weather was dog shit. Now, England carries some of that same weather, but England's actually been nice lately. I think they're going to get pretty good weather out there. And I think Rodgers then bounce back. I think the Jets frustrate Darnold on defense.
Yeah.
Darnold came from the Jets. So I don't know how much that gives both teams the advantage. Do they know him and he knows them?
Yeah.
I just think the defense wins this game. And I think the run game of the Jets gets going. Not a lot of people have been trying to run against the Vikings.
Why couldn't they run?
They've been quitting. I don't get it.
I don't understand it, bro. I had what's his name for the Jets?
Brees Hall.
Thank you.
Brees
Hall, dude, and he didn't do. He literally. I was in London. In Paris. I mean, and I'm not watching the games. Right? It's like the games are so late there. I refresh it. Next thing you know, it's like Brees Hall is like 4 carries for like -8 yards. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a tough game.
I was like, holy shit,
Denver
bro.
have been showing up.
Yeah, it's just insane. So, but no, I'm going under here as my best bet of the game.
I like
under. I think 2017 barely goes
2017 Jets.
2017
we'll
either way
on the side.
Yeah,
I like 2017 Jets. I really do. And Matty likes 2017
either way. Game goes under 40. Let's move on to the next.
We'll both be on that under. Hopefully the British don't.
Up next, we were talking a little bit about this game already. Baltimore Ravens 2-point favorite in Cincinnati over under 49. I believe Gino is on the square. Ravens side.
I'm square.
Yeah,
all the way here.
I'm not touching the side here. This is another game I lean under. Division game seems like a high number for a division game here. Both teams have defenses.
Yeah,
I'm going 24-21 one way or the other here, and I'm taking the under again.
And so I'm going to go over here just because I watched Cincy get carved up. And again, these are all our leans, guys. We don't bet every game, but the reason is I'm buying Jaden, but the holes and the openness that I saw this dude hitting on multiple drives where you're trying to get your season going and all you need is one punt. Cincy couldn't even get within, these are 3rd and longs, couldn't even get within 5 yards of some of these receivers. He wasn't like throwing through pigeonholes. These guys were running slants wide open. Now, I'm not talking about that last play. That was a fucking dime. But I think Baltimore absolutely carves up Cincy. I like Baltimore's team total. I would be amazed, absolutely amazed, if Baltimore doesn't put up 33.
Wow.
33. I'm saying it. That's crazy, right?
Watch them put up like maybe 7 points, bro. This is what happens in the fucking
33
NFL.
Baltimore to 24 Cincy.
I'm sticking with my under, but we shall see, bro. Send me a bet openly link.
And the reason I like the over, again, telling the other side of the story, I was thoroughly unimpressed with Baltimore's defense versus the Cowboys at the end of that game. They looked good against Buffalo. That was really head scratching how they looked. Defense looked two different, one on the turf away and one at home. So not sure what to take of it.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next one. Colts versus Jags. Division game. Colts are a plus 150 dog on the road here, getting 3 points. Over under 46.5. What do you think, bro?
So I skipped the Jags for Survivor. This is a really good spot to use them. Winless, buying low versus buying high on the Colts. In division, you're getting a team that would have been minus substantially more, and they're already they're sticking the line. They're hanging it at 3, even though money's coming in on the Colts. I'm getting scared. I don't think I need to be as ballsy with the Survivor because so many people got wiped out early. I'll get into that later on who I'm taking, but all signs point to the Jags here, guys. I think Taylor's going to have a day. I like some Taylor props if you want to be square side. I like Taylor over on touchdowns and stuff. Everything systemic, everything math, everything line movement is screaming Jags.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, Jacksonville 2-0 against the Colts in their last 2. They were both around this number in each of them, -4, -3.5. This is like a get-right game for them at home to get their first win against a division rival. I think they win and cover here. And I'm always high on the Colts.
You love the Colts.
Yeah, so if the Jags are what? 4-1 in their last 5 against Indianapolis.
I'll never forget, Matty.
And their whole season's on the line right here.
Game 1 of the playoffs, you and I were at the Hard Rock, and we lost a freaking used BMW on that fucking Colts.
Oh, dude,
you love the Colts.
That was a sick beat, to be fair, though.
I agree.
That was sick. That was the right
losses.
side.
I remember losses more than wins.
Same, bro.
100%. So, yeah, I think Matty and I are on the same side here, guys. It is sharp. It's a little uncomfortable. Some of the best bets are uncomfortable, and that's the Jags.
This could even be like a double-digit win.
Yeah, Jags could kick their ass.
Maybe I'll go aught spread here.
The Jags offense might look like what we saw in week 1 versus Miami.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game. What do we got here? Moving on. We got the Panthers taking on the Bears. Panthers plus 185 on the money line, getting 4 points on the road here. Over under 41. We knew they were going to come back to earth last week. What do you think now? Are they able to play like a mediocre Chicago team and ball out here? Get 4?
Panthers have a good defense. They just are hit or miss on offense. We don't know how they were so great one week and then came back. Panthers got held on the goal line against Cincy too. I think that changed the whole damn mood of the game. If the Panthers went down and put 7 in, I think they beat Cincy last week. I really fucking do. So I'm buying Panthers. I'm buying Panthers money line. I say keep the 4 in this instance. If they can do what they did last week, come in with a good game plan, confidently go down the field and throw up 7. I'm just not oversold on this. Dude, did you see the dude's celebration? Did you see this quarterback for the Bears' celebration?
Yeah.
I don't want to say the words because I'll get canceled. He's a little zesty.
That's the right way to
I need y'all around so I don't get in trouble. I'm the old man in the room. The old guy on his porch that says shit that can get him arrested. That's me. So zesty is the perfect word. Y'all, I moved from San Francisco to Florida, so I'm quite familiar. I just don't know if this dude cares enough about football. I know it sounds crazy and people are going to get mad, but fuck it. I just don't know.
He seems competitive, though.
Does he?
You don't think?
I think he kind of cares about football, but I think
losing. You can tell.
Okay, so
I'll tell he doesn't like losing, but I don't know.
Let me explain.
I don't think we know enough about
again,
it yet.
guys, I'm aging myself, so I hope you guys can come at me. You can at me. I'll talk shit all day on socials. It's all in fun. I just think he cares about fashion too much at the stage of his career. How do you have time to paint your nails and buy purses? You should just be studying the playbook to get to a 9-8 record.
Yeah.
And get your Bears maybe to the playoffs with 9-8. Or actually his division's tough as fuck. Probably needs to be 10-7.
For sure.
That's what I care about the most and then do that cute shit after. There's nothing wrong with buying a Rolex when you first get a job, but dude, wait 5 years and earn the fucking Rolex.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know what I like in this game. I'm going to just stay 10 feet away from it, bro. I don't want nothing to do with this game. I actually lean the over here, 41.
It is low.
I like the over if I had to pick something, but I'll probably skip the game. Let's move on to the next one here. We got the Bears versus the Commanders.
I like that word zesty too. You taught me a new word.
I've seen it on social media enough times.
Okay. See, I had.
Browns are +3 here on the road, over under 43.5. I'll tell you one thing, bro. This is another one of those games. Preseason, this spread is flipped, if not more. Browns are probably -4 preseason here. What do you think? Against a rookie quarterback?
Short answer, Browns money line.
I agree. And I hate it.
I hate it.
And I'll play the Deshaun Watson over if you tell me to.
Please.
But I will be so mad, though, if he burns me again. But, man, I got to see what that number is right now. I want to ask Trev when he comes on,
Look up the yards for Deshaun, and I think
I'm laddering the fuck out of it.
I think you could.
If they come in and get punched in the mouth and the Commanders start balling out, like.
So that's another thing I'm selling a little bit. I don't think.
But I'm saying if that does happen, he has to air it out the whole game.
Yeah, then your money. I actually think his over under touchdowns will be around 1.5. I like his over in yards and I like his over in touchdowns. If you got big balls, go over 2.5 touchdowns, but 3 is a lot for him with a run game. Ford seemed like he's back in full. I think they could get the run game going. Maybe he'll pass them on some swings.
I don't see the number up yet.
Okay.
But what do you think that number is going to be? It was 199.5 last week.
It's going to be a little higher than that because of commies. But
he like 130 though, or 140 something.
No, I know, just because it's the commies.
Yeah.
But no, I like the over 1.5 touchdowns.
He had under 150 passing last week. But again, that 80-yard bomb to Cooper got called back too. This is a great buy low spot. Yeah. I think it's going to be around the same total. Maybe it'll be like 210.
I think we got to add new segments to the show too, by the way.
Let's do it.
Most uncomfortable favorite and most uncomfortable dog. I would say the most uncomfortable favorite is the Jags, and the most uncomfortable dog is Cleveland.
Yeah,
for me,
I'm with you on Cleveland for sure. The Jags, I think, is a great spot.
Okay.
I'm not that uncomfortable on them.
Oh damn! All right, so some people have sold out on them. They're like, dude, they're tucking it in.
Yeah,
the coach is a failure. The quarterback's a failure. Everyone's a failure there.
I'm going Browns ML here. I'm not touching the total because I actually think they could come in and do something to make this rookie a little uncomfortable. It's going to happen eventually. He's not going to fucking ball out every game the whole season.
I mean, the Cowboys are first one, and
that's what I'm saying. Is it's going to regress eventually.
Why don't you?
They're going to watch these defensive coordinators are going to watch tape on him, and they're eventually going to implement something where he's going to shit the bed one of these weeks. He's not going to ball out every single week.
I want to give you a future play too for your boys. I got a money runner in Vegas that could get a big bet down for us. I think we should bet the Eagles right now to win the NL East.
Win the Super Bowl.
Well, no, that's fine.
If the Niners were in the AFC, he would have said yes to that.
you can get your Eagles cheap right now.
To win the NFC East?
Yeah.
Let me see what the number is.
I was glancing at it.
Let's move on to the next game. I'll look up that number in the meantime.
Next game, while Matty looks up his NL
I am
East.
curious now that you said it. I just think that it's not going to be attractive enough. Like, for me to bet a future bet.
No, I get it.
For me to bet a future bet, let them hold my money all season.
But I got a money runner in Vegas. You'll be holding their money.
Yeah.
They put the money down and they just want to get compensated.
And they get a little piece of it. Okay.
Yeah, that's all. So they front you the cash. They know we're good for it.
I'm a cash flow type of guy, so I might be about
exactly. So you and I get to hold our cash. They put the bet down in exchange for a commission. They're fronting it.
I want to see.
Pretty sure it's illegal in every state. So I'm glad I'm talking about it on the show.
Dolphins at New England. This is essentially a pick 'em. The Dolphins are a 1-point dog. It's almost a pick 'em.
This is the game of the week.
Over under 36. Who do you like here, bro?
Dude, this is the game of the week. You know, I'm talking a lot of shit about myself, guys, because I'm getting a little soft on Survivor. This is if it was like week 1 where I would hammer the Patriots. You want to use the Patriots, get them off your Survivor.
Oh my God. Hold on. Not to interrupt you.
Please
take a guess what the Eagles' odds are to win the NFC East right now.
Plus 110?
Plus 105, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
you were minus 180.
The Commanders are plus 260, bro.
You were minus 180 preseason. That's a huge win.
It is, but like, what the fuck? I thought I would get at least 150 on them.
Matt, this is where guys like Matty understands, so I'm not insulting him.
Nah.
This is where guys don't understand investment. If you told me a company I like is down 80% stock in 4 weeks, I would be freaking taking a loan out to buy their stock.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 2. They're 2-2 versus 3-1. It's not as bad as you think.
No, I'm saying it's not as bad as I think. I'm getting a team that I liked at minus 180 at plus 105.
Yeah.
Same team, same company, just because the negative on the coaching, the way you all lost a couple games.
Let's see the schedule coming up. So Commanders playing Cleveland, Baltimore, but then Carolina, Chicago, Giants. Like,
I think you got to kick their ass twice. You guys got to kick their ass.
It could actually get better. That's the sick part.
I don't think the Eagles get.
I mean, we think the Commanders lose this week, so now's the week to bet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you get the Eagles better than plus 105 to win that.
I agree.
Cowboys
I'm about to text my bookie and be like, "Yo, let me get a future bet
there you go.
on credit, bro."
Hold it.
All right, where are we at here?
I said Patriots. I know that you can get on
Patriots to Survivor, bro.
You could get, dude. So I just don't have the balls for it, guys.
Yeah,
I had them as my
second. You need
second.
some big motherfucking balls.
I had
a Patriots -1 in Survivor, bro.
I'll tell you my Survivor last, but my second play was the Patriots and my third was the Jags.
Yeah,
and I just got scared, and I'll tell you guys why after.
Yeah, oh my god, this game is so fucking ugly. They shouldn't even tell. This game shouldn't.
Patriots have a good defense too.
Yeah. I'm going Patriots in the under, but I'm probably not betting the game.
The Patriots defense looks bad right now because of what my Niners did to them. But I'm telling you, my Niners are clicking.
Let's move on. I can't stand.
Yeah, it's an ugly game. Let's just move forward. Patriots. Put it in your parlay.
Bills Texans. This might be one of the
great
games of the week right here. Bills a 1-point favorite on the road, over under 47 here. What do you think?
Oh man, I flip flopped on this game a few times. So just out of the gate, I lean Bills on a buy low against who the Texans beat last week. They came back and beat, was it
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So the fact that the Bills are favorite, I think people think, the Bills, even though they still have a great record, still 3-1, they got a wake up call, and it was a really bad loss. God damn, it was one of the worst losses I've seen them have.
Yeah.
This was one of those zigzags, and I'm just on Bills that I'm not selling them short for what happened to them with Baltimore. I'm buying Baltimore up. That's why I'm betting Baltimore square side. So I just don't think you're ever going to get the Bills -1 versus the Texans again this year. So this is the perfect alignment. I'm getting them cheap. I would like the Bills all the way to -3. Yeah. I wouldn't like 3.5.
I love Buffalo here. It's a great spot coming off the loss last week. You know? And if Houston's like 3-1, they're sitting okay. They're not. It's like if they were like 1-3 or 2-2, they'd be so desperate in this spot at home. I just think Buffalo on the road -1, like, you got to sign me up for that. I would almost take them -1 against a lot of teams, bro. Most of the league.
Exactly.
I would take them -1 against. They got punched in the mouth by the Ravens, like you said, but that's a good loss there. And then they are traveling now to Houston. They're on the road 3 weeks straight. Next week was the third week, but
yeah. I think it's a good bounce back for Allen. I sold Allen. I gave out Allen under on touchdowns. That was a really good win for us.
Yeah.
And I like Josh Allen's anytime touchdown here.
Yeah.
I like him to get busy. I like their tight end. I think him and the tight end, Shakir, whatever, are starting to click.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I'm getting a -1 when I think they should be -3. And I know why I'm getting a -1. The Texans,
yeah,
came back and forth, and they came back.
Yeah,
CJ Stroud plays like he's so much older than he is.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next game. We're aligned on that one though for sure. Let's go to the Raiders versus Broncos. I believe there you go. Raiders versus Broncos. Raiders are a 3-point dog on the road, over under 35.5. We got a lot of low totals this week.
Yeah.
A lot of 30s, right? What do you think here?
Dude, so this game's going to be ugly.
I think you just have to go dog money line on these fucking.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, you are buying the Raiders low, right?
Yeah, and the Broncos are so up and down.
I mean, they did beat Cleveland, but no one likes Cleveland. So we just watched the last 2 weeks, the Broncos beat 2 top 10 teams in their house.
Yeah.
So again, guys, I'm giving you out some square plays, but I hope I'm telling you what you want to hear. Denver goes into 2 top 10 teams' houses and wins, kicks the shit out of Tampa Bay, wins a very tough game.
The Jets missed that field goal.
And the Jets, very close game. And now they get a chance to go home against a very injured, decrepit. Is the wide receiver Devontae getting traded from the Raiders? Are they packing in the season?
Yeah. By the way, right when he gets traded, that's the time to bet the Raiders.
Exactly. So this Broncos bet of mine, it's second square only to Baltimore. I'm just buying the team on the rise, and I think I'm getting them cheap still. Where I saw them kick the shit out of 2 teams. Now, guys, this goes against my system betting. This goes against my EV positive betting. I just think you go after 2 big wins, you get a chance to come home. And that Seattle loss from Denver long time ago, that Pitt loss long time ago. I will say Pitt reminds me of the Raiders a little bit in terms of defense and offense, sadly. So don't love that about it, but I have Pitt such a higher tier of defense. So Denver, final answer, my second most square bet of the week.
Yeah. You can sway me on this one for sure. I think everything you said makes sense. So I may lean Denver with you, but it's just a tough.
It's mostly the rookie quarterback getting confidence and coming back.
Why are they not like -4.5 here?
Rookie quarterback, tough defense division. If you watch what the Raiders did, they beat Cleveland, but they still won.
Yeah.
Cleveland was able to score on them a little bit.
Yeah, I'd probably pass on this game. Let's move on to the next one here.
Raiders actually should have won by a lot more than that score. That's probably why this is tighter.
All right, Cardinals, 7.5 point dog at San Francisco. Over under 50. We have a normal total, actually. Well, a little bit high, but
this is high.
Yeah, it's a lot higher than 36.5. What do you think here, bro? Your boy's gonna cover this numbers? I fucking hate 7.5 numbers in the NFL. Usually leans to the favorite.
Yeah, exactly. We're sticking.
What was that stat already that like you saw dogs 6 points and higher were undefeated against the spread for like 3-4 weeks?
So this is a really good division system to the Cardinals, guys. So, I gave out a system last week with the Patriots and I got my fucking teeth kicked in. I just don't know if my Niners are at their full potential. People laugh at me when I still have them in my top 5 power rankings. They're like, it's just because you're a Niner fan. And I'm like, guys, go look at every line for every future week. They're already there. So if you disagree, go money line against us. The Cardinals are the system. If you want to be sharp and EV positive, bet the Cardinals. Period. The reason I won't be betting the Cardinals, aside from my Niner fandom and bias, is I don't think the Niners are at full tier. I think our defense is getting better while our offense is also getting better. It's a dangerous time to play the Niners.
Yeah. Yeah, I lean Niners here, but I don't know, bro. Over under 50.
Niners -320. Lock of the year.
It honestly probably is. Last week was so obvious on them, dude.
Yeah, if what Jaden did to the Cardinals, Brock's going to do to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's so hard this early because if you look at all 4 games, you'll find a lot of contradictions.
Yeah.
But I just go back to what Buffalo was able to do to the Cardinals defense.
Yeah.
And now Washington. And I'm like, wait, these are defenses offenses my Niners are equal to.
Yeah.
We're going to have our way. So the Niners are getting 30. And, okay, we're getting 28. Still, they're not going to match that. They're not putting up 30 against my boys. So I think the Niners need 27 to win this game.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. We got the Giants. +6.5 here on the road at Seattle. Over under 43.5. What do you think?
The Giants, I felt like their fans are just impatient with them. Especially I think the quarterback's playing okay. They're a pretty thin roster on talent. Yeah, and their Naders is a savage, but other than that, like they're just pretty thin everywhere. I like the 6.5. I watched Seattle's defense make Detroit's offense look healthy and like last year more than anyone this year. When I gave out my power rankings at the third quarter, and people were like, the game's not over. I said, dude, this game's over.
Yeah.
They're not even getting a third and
you do like to assume games are over pretty early.
I do. And I was right.
There's nothing like a Geno jinx, bro.
So Seattle looked horrendous on defense, and they're injured. I think the New York Giants offense impresses people this week. I like the over in this game. I like the team total over for the Giants, and I like the Giants +6.5. I'm not going 275 money line, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Seattle's dominated the Giants head-to-head, though. 24-3 last season, 27-13 last season.
Why are you getting those 3 points?
I mean, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4.
The spread should be 4.
Seattle is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7, and like these games are blowouts. 24-7, 38-17. Obviously, it's different personnel all the way back. But I'll tell you what, these are actually some of these games are like 2017, 2014, 2020. But even just last year,
we don't play.
These the last 2 years, Double-digit wins both years for Seattle, so they
Okay.
have the Giants' number here.
Seems like they do, yeah. So I'm especially buying that low then.
You got to wonder if some of these 6-7 point favorites are going to start killing the dogs just to see the tides kind of turn a little bit.
And I was a little under impressed with Detroit's defense. I really was.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. I like Seattle here. I'm going Seattle. I think that we saw so many 6-7 point dogs, cover the spread. I almost feel like eventually these favorites at 6-7 points are going to get it done. So I'm going to go Seattle here to get it done. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's go.
All right, we got the Packers against the Rams here. Green Bay's a 3-point favorite on the road, over under 49. What do you think, bro?
So, this is my survivor play. I'm going Packers. So, I actually think this play, the spread is what it would have been if this was week 1. Now, hear me out. You're giving me the same spread I could have had week 1, and the Rams are missing their 2 top wide receivers. Their defense against the run, bottom in the league. They're like bottom 4. Packers run the ball. Love is getting healthier. They just fought back tooth and nail in against Minnesota. Very hard place to play. This is not a must win, but this is where I don't get this spread. I don't get why I'm not giving up 5 as the Packers. You're telling me the Packers can't win this game by 6? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, the Packers are going to run this number up. And on the flip side, minus what Minnesota did to them, dude, Jefferson's the best wide receiver.
Are both receivers out there? I think it's just Cooper Kupp now.
Oh, it's
or I don't know.
Pretty sure they're both out. Well, don't scare me. Or I got to put it in today by 7 o'clock. I have 2.5 hours.
I might be wrong on that.
You're scaring me, dude. Is Puka back? No, Puka's out for 4 or 5 weeks.
No, I meant Cooper might be.
Cooper might be back and Puka out?
I'm probably wrong.
Now you're scaring me, dude.
Oh, no, Cooper's out. You're right.
They're both out.
Yeah, Cooper's out.
Dude, you're giving me the spread. It's all good.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm taking Green Bay here and the reason why I'm taking, I'm not going to lie, the spread scares me. I think it should be 4.5.
Yeah.
I hate that it's 3. No one's high on the Rams off their loss. People are a little high on Green Bay, maybe getting their ass kicked in the beginning, but they came back at the end. I just believe Minnesota has a better defense, so they're going to be able to do the same thing or similar. The Rams don't have that insane of a home field advantage. Everyone likes going to Southern California to visit their team on the road. Packers need a win. The Packers competed with Love out, and now Love's back. They showed they were a good team without Love, winning some tough games. I think they get back to that. I genuinely believe they win this game on defense, holding the Rams to next to nothing, and they also look good on offense. This is my favorite for the blowout of the week.
Yeah.
A tight blowout of the week, like a tight spread blowout of the week.
Yeah. Packers in the under parlay.
I love it.
I like it. Let's move on to the next one. Cowboys at Pittsburgh. We got the Cowboys, a 1-point road dog here, over under 44. Another game where preseason this spread is totally different.
Right?
I have to buy low on Big Dallas here, and I hate doing it, bro.
I think we're in the same boat, Matty.
You have to. They can't shit the bed every week, bro. As much as I'd love to see them do that, there's just no chance, bro.
The Cowboys' offense has looked horrendous. It looked minus that one fucking play that cost us our ass when I had CD no touchdown and under on yards on Dak. Dude, the Cowboys' offense has looked like shit. Preseason, I told everyone on the show with Matty, Cowboys fucked up not getting a top tier running back. It's the cheapest, most important position. Running back importance is climbing, wide receiving, WR, while the salaries do the opposite. It's an anomaly. It makes no sense. The GMs this offseason are going to figure it out. You're going to see running backs starting to get paid. Cowboys need a fucking running back. They're not going to be able to run this ball.
Especially when you see my boy fucking Saquon
and Derrick Henry. Yeah. Look what they've done to their team. So what CMC did to us 2 years ago, it's stupid. So I know why the spread is what it is. This Packers offense should struggle mightily against Pitt.
Yeah.
But I'm actually buying the Dallas defense again a little bit low. Not low on what they did to the Giants, where everyone's writing off the Giants offense. What happened to them from Baltimore and stuff. I think people are too high on Pitt. Their quarterback, I saw a fucking meme of the quarterback Fields next to Mahomes And like the record this season, yards, touchdowns, Pitt has played substantially worse teams. I'm looking at Pitt's record versus who they've played, how they've won games on pure defense. I think the under 44 is an absolute wagon. It really has me nervous. I won't 2-3 unit because it's way too high for me to like, but I like it because of Dallas's defense underperforming. I think Micah Parsons has his best game of the year. I do think Pitt still has a good game on defense. I think these two teams battle it. This is one of those 21-17 games for me. Dallas scores in the red zone. They did good in the red zone against the Giants.
Yeah.
That's why we lost our under in that game. I think they find a way to get 3 touchdowns in. Their kicker's a fucking stud, so we'll call it 24-21. And I don't think the Steelers put up more than 16 against Dallas. 3 field goals and a touchdown.
All right, last game of the week, Monday Night Football. There's just one game Monday this week?
Yeah.
Back to normal?
Back to normal.
We got
sucks, right?
A good Monday night game, though.
It is a great game.
Saints versus the Chiefs. Saints are getting 5.5 on the road. Over under 43. What do you think?
Buys started this week. That's why.
Yeah, so the bye week teams are Lions, Titans, Eagles, Chargers.
Yeah.
You might be on something on Eagles plus 105 to win the division.
Coming out of the bye with a win.
Bye week and Commanders lose this week.
Dude, you're not going to get Eagles plus money on the division.
And the Cowboys could even lose too. Cowboys and Commanders both lose this week, and Eagles rest on the bye.
Can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not probably not my lock of the week by any means.
Yeah.
So I'm Saints here for a few reasons. You know, we saw the Saints blow out Carolina, and we were all low on Carolina. And then we see the Saints blow out teams back-to-back weeks, and we're low on the teams. We didn't really give Saints their flowers.
Yeah.
And if you watch that fucking game versus Atlanta, that's their division rival. They botched a fucking punt for 7. Then there was a terrible PI. Saints win that game, I'm telling you guys, 6 out of 10 times if they play. I'm getting the Saints plus 5.5. I don't think the Chiefs do a whole lot against the Saints defense. So I absolutely love the 5.5. I will even be sprinkling the money line here. I genuinely think people are too high on the Chiefs. They're just too comfortable with the back-to-back Super Bowl champs being 4-0.
Yeah.
Mahomes just wins.
I like the Saints in the under, bro. I think the under is my favorite play.
I do too.
The Chiefs can't really stretch the field now. They're going to run a lot of clock on offense to try to move the chains. You're going to see a lot of running on both sides here.
And y'all, I'm sorry for repeating myself. I don't think Kelsey has it. Now, I'm not saying he can't turn it on, and I'm not saying he's not trying.
Last week when I laddered him. He hit like 2 or 3 of them.
You didn't listen to me.
He still hit.
Okay. Then.
He hit 2 or 3. He hit 3 on the ladder, but he just didn't score and he didn't hit the big ones.
I get it. Well,
he was 1 yard away from plus 540.
I'm just going to tell you guys
89 yards.
I'll give. Okay, so he's putting up run. Yeah. Let me just say it one more time, and I'll say it a different way. So hopefully it turns the lights on to someone else. His numbers are going to be inflated because the wide receiver's out. They're going to play him in the slot a lot more and wide more. I get it. They're going to try and isolate him one-on-one. So they're going to have to go into a zone. But dude is dating a billionaire and has a $100 million podcast and has Super Bowl rings. I just don't think football is taking up enough of his head. I'm not saying I'm anything like him. I'm not throwing shade at the dude. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm telling you, he's slacking in the weight room and it's showing. And there's hungry guys ready to take his position in the league on the other side of the ball. I just don't think he has it yet. Maybe after they have their downward spiral where the Chiefs lose a couple games in a row. I see that happening. My Niners will kick the shit out of these Chiefs. Maybe he kicks it into gear to try and retire on a 3-peat. But as of right now, the NFL's too competitive. You can't skip a summer in the weight room, drinking and partying in Saint-Tropez, and then turn it on. There's too many starving dudes waiting to get their
Patrick Mahomes leads, I think he leads the NFL or maybe second in turnovers right now. He's top 2 in turnovers. He has 6 TDs to 5 picks.
They're not playing good football.
I still never understand why they didn't find a way to keep Tyreek Hill, dude. That's like
so stupid.
That move's going to cost him so much over a 5.
It should have cost him a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
It really should have.
I'm going Saints in the under. I think it's a no-brainer spot here. I think this is like high teens, low 20s type of game, like 21-17 is my prediction.
So we're going to add 3 segments now. We'll get into it. Let's get back to our dog of the week. Saints are my dog of the week.
My dog of the week, I'm going
So let's do it from the
start.
start.
Browns are dog of the week.
All right.
We got to go Browns, dude.
Browns are dogs, but no, my Saints is my dog of the week. Browns are your dog of the week.
I'm going Browns dog of the week.
And we'll go with most uncomfortable favorite, most uncomfortable dog. I know it's like different. We'll find a way. We'll find a way to name it.
Now we're just making too many segments.
No, I'm just saying. Most uncomfortable favorite then.
How about your favorite and your favorite of the week and your
Green
dog
Bay.
of the week?
Green Bay is my play of the week. Green Bay Packers -3. I see them winning by double digits.
Okay.
And my dog of the week is the Saints.
All right. My dog of the week's the Browns. My favorite of the week, I'm going with the Seahawks.
Okay. Fair.
-6.5.
Yeah, and
let's bring Trev on, Mike.
What up, boys?
What up,
T-Row?
We got some 2 TD plays this week, bro.
Yeah,
I went 0 for 2 on my 2 TD parlay, bro. You know what's funny is I took 2 guys to get 2 TDs in a huge long shot, and neither of them even scored one.
That was
0 for 2
last week.
That was disgusting, though. My first guy started off the game 4 carries for -9 yards.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it just was bad, bro.
It was bad.
It was bad. So, what you got for us, bro?
All right. So, let's start. We'll start with the Tampa Bay game tonight. So this is an interesting spot. Okay. Bijan is quote unquote off the injured list, but it's a short week. He's got a soft tissue injury. I love Tyler Algier tonight for first touchdown.
Tyler Algier?
So, yeah, plus 1,100. It's great value. I'm going to hedge it with Bijan. But I was just talking with somebody about the stats for like Tampa Bay and what they are on their run D. They are 30th in EPA rush, 26th in rushes, 30th in rush yards over expectation per attempt. Why kill Bijan? It keeps the ball out of Tampa Bay's hands. It's a great spot for Atlanta just to run at them. And those stats are there while they run the heaviest box in the league. This isn't the same Tampa Bay defense for 3 years ago and 2 years ago. That front isn't the same. So I really like this spot. And my favorite money line prop bet in the game is Tyler over 33.5 yards. If, forbid, Bijan feels some tightness in warm-up, forbid, first quarter of the game he feels it tighten up, I think he's going to get 40 if Bijan plays the whole game. But if it tightens, that line goes to 70. So there's just a ton of value in grabbing that tonight.
I like it.
So, yeah, that's my
I'm
spot
on Atlanta too.
Same.
I like Atlanta here. I think this is a good spot for
Atlanta. This is my first time being on Atlanta this year.
Atlanta's gotten really unlucky so far, too, on a couple plays. They've just had, where KC's had incredible luck to go 4-0, Atlanta's had some bad luck, right? Just like Cleveland last week, right? Cleveland that was our survivor, that penalty. I don't usually bitch, but man, that was just such clear cut, not a penalty, and it cost them the game. So I'm not messing with the London game. The guy's traveling. Who knows who's going out there, who's not, right? Who's sneaking out after curfew, right? I mean, Minnesota's riding high. The Jets haven't looked great. It's a neutral field. I'll pass.
Yeah.
In what world did we think in week 1 Miami would be a dog to New England, right? Like,
it's crazy.
What world, if you said in week 1 that's the case, you would have thought we were crazy.
Exactly.
So
I had Miami circled as that was going to be my survivor week.
Yeah.
So I had to change shit.
Okay. Yeah. The total's 36. It's not a great spot. I like the buy low spot on an offensive output for the Bengals this week, right? T's back, Chase is back, Burrow's getting his wrist going. Like they're starting to flow. They're home dogs. I get it, right? Baltimore's been good, but this is a good spot for props for the Bengals. I'm not going because I don't want to pick between Chase and T. I'm going Burrow. 4 TDs in this game.
Wow.
Right? Burrow 4 TDs.
I like the over, so we're on the same page.
Game. Yeah, I think and I think Baltimore can run on them, and I think there's going to be a ton of points here on both sides of the ball.
I agree. So I assume the over under on that is 1.5, right? With a heavy minus, or is it 2.5?
plus 2.5 Cincy.
No. Sorry, the TD line without you.
Oh,
without you stacking it.
No, let me pull it back up.
Is it 2.5?
Yeah, so as we go there, is the whole earth is on Washington this week, right? Like I can't do anything with the Commanders here as good as they've looked.
They've looked great on offense, but Matty and I
we're both taking Cleveland money line, but it's gonna be scary. Trevor, I'm fucking laddering Deshaun again.
I mean, they've gotten unlucky. Like, especially if
that Amari Cooper fucking callback cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
It cost us our Circa entry.
It was a 2 legs. It was a 2
so it cost you millions.
Yeah, it's bullshit, bro. And dude, the holding was such bullshit, bro. Like, not even being biased, it was garbage.
Yeah. So Burrow is at right now, right on crap books, 115 to 120 for 1.5 TDs. I'm gonna ladder it. 2.5, 330, 4's 1,000.
There you go. That's what I was.
I like that
1.5.
over 1.5. Both receivers are there.
Yep.
I like that over.
Yeah,
2.5 solid.
What about
check with 4?
What about the Browns game, bro? You take any Cleveland props or no?
Deshaun.
Yeah, so let's go talk about that game because I actually like that. This is the Commanders just haven't stopped anybody.
Exactly.
Player props here that I like, right? Listen, Brian Robinson's banged up, okay? Stuff that's off. Amari is plus 1,400 for first TD in this game.
Yeah.
He should not be plus 1,400 here.
I'm telling you, I gave out Deshaun over 1.5 touchdowns.
Yep. Love it. Like and you can stack it, and then same Jerome Ford plus. I feel like 900.
This is the game the Browns show up and just blow them out. It's like a regression game for the Commanders, and then the Browns.
And the kid looks good. The kid's gonna be able to get it. He'll be able to eat a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna get some points.
Yeah, he's good.
They're right. Like, think about this. Say this out loud. Brian Kelly at LSU last year lost 3 games with Jaden Daniels as his quarterback and Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. as his wide receiver.
I know.
Just a college note on what
Unreal.
a bad Frank.
That's crazy.
The talent that comes out of LSU is next level.
The Houston game for me is whether Mixon's full go. Buffalo's not been good against the run, and everybody's just playing. If you go look at the stats, everybody's changed and they're playing too high cover to slow down Houston, right? When they had Mixon, had a great game. They have to be able to run the ball. Cam Akers just doesn't have it. And Buffalo has not been good against the run. Like, and not good is
at all.
Like, at all, right? Like, it's the best matchup for a running back this week. Their O-line versus them. If Mixon's healthy, we're going Mixon touchdown, 2 touchdown. We're going after Mixon here.
All right, Trev, I got to dip out in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you finish, Gino, but give me.
I got to go too. I have
well, give us your favorite 2 players that scored 2 touchdowns this week. Because I'm going to keep riding a 2 TD parlay until one fucking hits, bro.
All right. Jordan Mason goes for 2 for the Niners this week. The Cards are terrible. Like, the Cardinals are just bad.
Yeah.
And, hold on. And then Jaden Daniels of the Packers for 2 TDs against the Rams. Green Bay is going to run them out of the building.
All right, bet.
So, that's just, the Rams are broken. They just don't have anybody left. Like, and the total's 48.5 in that game. So, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Mason. Those are 2 great spots.
Cool, brother. Yeah, sorry, I had to have a call with a client too, and my computer died, so I told Matty it was
I got 10 minutes too. It
was a winged show. Also. What? Tell me what you like. What do you like for our Niners though? Let's be a little homer before we jump.
Oh, so again, I love Mason here. The Cardinals can't stop the run, right? They're literally 28th in the league.
You go Juwan too though. Can Juwan get a touchdown?
I like Juwan. I don't think we see IU go until like week 10 to 12.
Dude,
he's just out of shape.
I watched that game twice. New England has a good secondary. Juwan was getting looks by Brock. They were just covering Juwan. Like, it wasn't Brock's fault. I'm glad he threw those away.
Christian Gonzalez is a stud. That kid they picked.
Yeah, dude. I think Juwan has. Trev, I think I'm going to give out a one, over 1.5 touchdowns or 2 TD game for Juwan. I think he blows up in Arizona. It's a very different game and team, New England Patriots, than the Cardinals.
Agree. And 1.5 plus 1,600. So, I mean, it's a nut matchup for Brock. It's a nut matchup for the wide receivers. Especially, it's actually a great matchup for Ayuk if they run him in the slot. Whoever, and I think they'll move Jennings there a little more. I think it's there. And then the one I want to end with that I think's interesting this week is, does KC switch to 12 personnel? Because I think New Orleans has got really unlucky. And while there's it's KC, but man, that's 5.5 is a lot to give, man. So
dude, I completely agree.
It's just, they might be 4-0, but I say they shouldn't be. So,
dude, we're on the same page, brother. Yeah, sorry to rush you, man. I feel like a dick. I just got a call that I'm already 9 minutes late to.
No, man, go do it. Go take care of the thing. We're good. We got our picks in, and let's go have a good week.
Thank you, brother. Niners are going to smack.
I agree.
Later, bro.